Ty France eats fastballs for dinner. Not quite the same way that a Kyle Schwarber or a Ronald Acuna Jr. might. Ty France eats them right on the elbow. He's gotten hit by pitch 30 times this year in just 140 games played. Now, this should probably go without saying, but that does lead Major League Baseball. He is 10 above the second place, that being Isaac Paredes over in Tampa Bay, and he has 23 more hit by pitches than the average player in baseball this season. The average player could expect to be hit 7 times. But for Ty France, this is really nothing new. It's not all of a sudden that he's getting beaned. He leads Major League Baseball since 2021. He's been hit 78 times in 432 games. Once again, ranking as the #1 hit batter. Second place is Mark Canha, who's been hit 69 times in about 30 less games. So why is that? Is there a bounty on Ty's elbow and somebody paid off a pitcher to go in and bruise it? Not necessarily. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's one of Ty's strategies at the dish. Let's talk about it here. In my eyes, there's 3 things that makes a batter more susceptible to getting hit by pitch. The first of which, crowding the plate, which I wouldn't exactly say Ty France is a culprit of. He has a bit more of a closed stance for sure. He has his back foot forward, but the main thing that you'll notice is with his load, his elbow just gets pretty close towards the inside corner. The second factor is you're an unlikable player. But the final factor, the Ty France factor, is just being one tough son of a bitch. So let's go. Ty France, Shohei Ohtani. So as you watch this clip here, tell me what you notice and what you do not notice. So as I said, the back foot forward, he's got his elbow fairly close to the inside corner, but what you do not notice is Ty making any attempt to get out of the way of the pitch. You could almost argue the elbow twitches in a little bit towards the baseball. A lot of times on a non-competitive pitch like that there, it's not going to be a strike. A batter will just take it. You know, they're not going to go through the full process in getting ready for a swing. Especially in this case, it's an 0-0 count. There's plenty of batters that are going to wait, work the count a little bit, and see what a pitcher's got. This would be Ty France's second at-bat against Ohtani on the year. The MLB rulebook states that a batter, in order to be rewarded first base for getting hit, they must try to get out of the path of the ball. They must make an attempt to avoid being hit by the pitch, which, in my eyes, is pretty much not the case here with Ty France. He makes no effort. And every batter's different. A guy that I always notice on the inverse is Fernando Tatis Jr. If the ball is really inside at all, he's going to show off his acrobatic dramaticism. I mean, you'd think it's a bullet coming inside, not a baseball. I know the NFL, they have their dodgeball competition for the Pro Bowl. Let's do that with baseball and see if Tatis doesn't run the table. And I'm not saying that every player needs to do that, but the more clips that you watch here to Ty France, the more and more that you can see that he's really not showing any interest of not being hit by the pitch. What do you know? Another one against the Angels. This one's a breaking ball, and this one I think is the culmination of the last 2. The first one from Ohtani, I think you can kind of say, yeah, he didn't move into it, but he didn't really move out of it. The second one, you could almost argue that that was kind of his intention, but this one, yes, it's a breaking ball running inside and he is contorting his body a little bit, but his elbow, it's like a magnet right towards the ball, and it miraculously gets ticked. Here we go. Finally, one that is not against the Angels. You'll notice, once again, that elbow's kind of moving inside there a little bit. It is an 0-0 count. It's a non-competitive pitch, but still, that is pretty far inside. So again, we did say that an MLB rule states that he can't do this. But if you watch baseball, you know that he can do this because it is very, very rare that you'd actually see this get called. The grandest stage, World Series just last year. You've got Aledmys Diaz here, and this one is very blatant. You look at the pitch, it's not as inside as some that Ty France are getting. Some umpires would consider calling this a strike, and Aledmys leans across almost the entirety of the plate to get hit. Or you look at this one, Ji-Man Choi, last second his elbow moves, that's a very easy tell. So when an amateur does it, I do think it's a lot easier for an umpire to see that, and even still, they're not always going to make that decision. But when you got a guy like Ty France, call him like he is, a seasoned vet at getting hit by the pitch, he makes it look pretty graceful and he makes it look pretty natural, to where an umpire's unlikely to call anything against it, and he's going to get first base. Got this one, another one against Houston. Again, it's a breaking ball running inside. It's always the elbow, if you notice that. I went back, I looked at all 30 occasions this year that Ty France has been hit. Only 4 hit by pitches have not hit his elbow. 2 on the back, 1 he got ringed right in the helmet, and the only other occasion it hit his opposite elbow. Notice this one against Baltimore. Once again, the elbow's just in a prime position. And I'm going to be interested to see what you guys say in the comments section, but I just can't see any possible explanation of what's going on there, except that he is leaving his elbow there to be hit. And damn it, it has been effective for Ty France. On the 2023 season, he has a 99 OPS plus, which factors in the ballpark, it factors in the league-wide hitting environment, all equating to a number, 100 being the average, meaning Ty France is basically an average hitter. But what if you took away those hit by pitches? His most admirable trait is certainly his on-base percentage, currently sitting at .338. Pretty decent company. Across all qualified MLB hitters this year, he ranks in 54th in on base. However, if you took down his hit by pitches to the league average 7, that on base percentage goes down to .313, which would put him at 109th out of only 140 qualified players. So he would easily be towards the back half of players getting on base. Ty France is obviously not a mega slugger. He's not going to hit you 30 home runs a year. He's not going to bat .340 like Luis Arraez. But if he can keep his elbow in a stern position and wear a fastball coming in 95 miles an hour on that elbow guard, why not do it? It's clearly helping out the team to a tune of his on-base percentage being up about 25 points. So I gotta commend him for it, for just sticking in, being tough, and wearing it. Looking back to high school, I can remember there was times where if we weren't hitting, our coach would tell us if a ball's coming in and it's not going to hit a private area, just kind of wear it. We need base runners. So I'm not surprised to see that some players imploring that strategy. Now, if you want to look at the record books, because here's where things get pretty fun. The most times a player's been hit in a singular season was Huey Jennings back in 1896. He got hit 51 times. So unless opposing teams all trot out 50 Cent to face Ty France, it's unlikely he's going to get hit that many times. But as we sit, he ranks 17th all time with 30 hit by pitches. And he's on pace to get hit probably 6 more times, up to 36 hit by pitches, which would move him up to tied for 7th all time. And in my opinion, pretty much it makes him 2nd all time to Ron Hunt. Ty France has a real chance at, in the modern era, being the 2nd most hit batter of all time. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys make out of Ty France's batting strategies? If nothing else, even if you think he's a dirtball, bending the rules, cheating even, I gotta say, that's one hell of an endorsement. Whoever makes his elbow guard, I didn't quite see the logo on that one. that has got to be one durable piece. If you're going into Dick's Sporting Goods and he is not on a poster advertising that, you got to rethink your marketing strategies, because there's no one better to model your elbow guards than Ty France.